So this could be the perfect time for you to potentially go out with the old and in with the new when it comes to golf clubs in 2024. I say that because we are now starting to see the release of new golf clubs, which might excite some people, but it might well excite others for totally different reasons. You see, a lot of golf clubs now will start coming down in price. So you might be looking forward to the new TaylorMade driver, the new Callaway driver, the new Ping driver, if that's what's coming. I think we all know they're coming, but I don't think we can allow to say it just yet. But it will start dragging prices down of other fantastic golf clubs. Today we're talking about hybrids, and the reason why I've got a hybrid and a 4-iron here is just to explain a bit of a buying guide as to what hybrid should you have more than one hybrid, what's the longest iron you should have, and all of that is characteristic to your game. So you can see here that I've got a 17-degree Tour Edge Exotics hybrid, and I absolutely love this thing. This has been in my bag for quite some time now, as you will know, and I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the versatility, I've enjoyed the adjustability, but I've also got a 4-iron in the bag. So why have I got a 4-iron in the bag, and why do I have a hybrid in the bag as well? Because a lot of people might well say, well, James, surely they do the same thing. My 4-iron's actually 21 degrees of loft, and you'll see the shaft length is that little bit shorter, half an inch shorter in, oh, it's a lot more than that actually, wait for it. There we go, a couple of inches shorter in shaft length. I was thinking then, why is my 4-iron so long? But generally you will start to see different ball flights with long irons and hybrids, and then again different ball flights between hybrids and fairway woods. So you need to think, what do I want from the top end of my bag? Now this is a hybrid, but it's more of a player's style hybrid. It's more of a smaller shaped hybrid. It reminds me very much of the old Adams Idea hybrids. And I like that because when I've got a hybrid, I often use it off the tee like this, to be honest. We're on a winter tee because it is winter, and I can play lots of different shots with this small low spin hybrid. I can play nice standard shots like that go probably 20 yards in the air, nice little draw down the middle of the fairway. And the reason why I've got a smaller headed hybrid, and a lot of people won't even think about this, but sometimes I like to play a low shot. If it's really windy, I'm not feeling confident with driver, I want to get this ball down there, down the fairway. This club allows me to do that. If this was a bigger style hybrid with more of a rounded back, like you will see, that would be more forgiving, but I wouldn't have the versatility to be able to do this. And you can see that is a totally different ball flight, a totally different turf interaction to the first shot, but I really enjoy having this in the bag. We'll give this a bit of a clean, and being able to do that. So what hybrid do you want? Do you want a forgiving hybrid? Do you want a more low spin hybrid like this one? And how does it go into your top end of the bag? Do you have a 4-iron? Is your longest club a 5-iron? Could you maybe have a low spin 4 hybrid and then maybe a 3 hybrid or a 2 hybrid that's more forgiving, or vice versa, depending on what you want? I think it's really important to look at the diversity of hybrids and look at potentially what your lowest fairway wood is as well. Do you have a 7 wood? Do you have a 9 wood? A couple of years ago, that question would never be asked. Do you have a 5 wood or a 3 wood? But now you have to be able to mismatch it in. You have to look at not only distances, but ball flight windows as well, because if you know what ball flight window your ball is going to take, then it's a lot easier to visualize shots, play the shots, and get good at golf. So think about all those different things. Yes, it's important what shaft you've got, yes, it's important what grip you've got, and yes, it's important what loft you've got. But also thinking about it, how much do you want to spend on your hybrid? What brand do you want? Do you have to have a TaylorMade hybrid just because you've got a TaylorMade driver, a TaylorMade 3-wood, and TaylorMade irons? No, you don't. Find a hybrid that suits your eye, that suits your game. It may be a Tour Edge, it may be a Ping, it may be a Tacoma, it may be a Cobra, it could be anything. But test the market, go out and see what these hybrids offer. If you do have a local PGA Pro that allows you to go and test something like that, go and test them, because it may well be a club that you never thought you would have in your bag, such as me with this one. Now, Chris has got some fantastic ideas as well that can help you compound this information and build the perfect bag. So make sure you stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and this should help you get good at golf by not wasting money. So guys, hybrid, this is another shot where you might want to use it and you need something that's obviously versatile. You also need something that looks how you want it behind the ball, and like James mentioned, this looks very similar to the Adams Idea hybrids of yesteryear. But you've got to get something that you like the look of and you're confident behind. But for me, it's not just about this part of the bag. A lot of golfers, such as Mid-Handicap Dave, who is over on my channel, Skysum, yeah, Dave, if you're watching,
Sorry,
that's
Dave.
another one.
But he's got hybrids all the way down to his 6-iron. We know with manufacturers now you can get them even down to a 7-iron or an 8-iron. If the camera is shaking, James has thoroughly enjoyed that.
Go on, we'll start calling him Roofer Dave. You're a Roofer Dave.
So you need to think about that. Do you weed hybrids further down in your bag? Could you maybe go, if you're like, well, 6-iron's about the max I can do. 6-iron's not the club that I want to hit. I want a hybrid there. If I'm not on screen, it's just not
right. I'm here.
Right, you might not want to hit a 6-iron. You might want then something that's a little bit easier. And you can get hybrids now down to 6-iron or even less, even to a 7 or an 8-iron. So get something where you can hit shots that can stop on the green. That one there, mid-trajectory, just going to be left-hand side catching the bunker. But not a bad flight. A flight that you want to see there. A flight that you're thinking, well, if that gets there, that can stop on the green. The problem is what we see is with people, mid-handicap golfers, launching it a little bit too low, then they're struggling to get the ball to stop on the green. And that's certainly what we've seen with mid-handicap Dave.
Nice. All over it.
But that's much easier for me to hit in comparison to hitting a 4-iron and really going at it here. And you ask, why would you have a hybrid? Why would you not maybe go 7 wood? And here's the reason. And again, just like James mentioned with his iron, it is all down to shaft length. How many people we see struggle with fairway woods because of the length of the shaft? They get a little bit long, they don't get the posture right, they start to swing them a little bit harder. And with this being a shorter shaft on there, I can get into a more solid setup, I can be more consistent to swing within myself, and I have much more control on that. You think probably the most erratic club in most people's bag is the driver. That's because it's the longest shaft there, it's the hardest to hit. If we can get a hybrid that does the job instead of maybe a fairway wood, maybe a 7 wood, a 9 wood, a 5 wood, if we can get something to replace that, gets you a little bit closer to the ball and able to hit it much more out of the centre more consistently, then it's certainly going to help you get good at golf, hit more greens, hit more fairways off the tee if that's a club for you, and help you get good at golf.